What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Famous songs from one of the bands of the 80s or 90s. But this is all about vitamin A and the carrot propaganda that was put out by the British in the 1940s. Specifically, what happened is the British wanted to convince the Germans that they did not have radar in the aeroplanes that were shooting down the Germans over the English Channel. So what the English did is they put out propaganda. This propaganda was all about convincing them that their pilots were able to see better at night by eating carrots. As you can see on the screen, here are a number of World War II posters, Dr. Carrots, which is kind of funny when you think about it. The idea that vitamin A makes you see better at night is based in actual falsehoods. It's an actual fallacy because there is no vitamin A in any plant whatsoever. That's also the same for vitamin B12. There's no vitamin B12 in any plant. There's no vitamin D in any plant. There's no vitamin K2 in any plant. There's no iron. And vitamin A is our point of focus today. And in future videos, we're going to talk about other vitamins like selenium, and we're also going to talk about omega-3 fatty acids. What we're seeing is that vitamin A is being taught to us as something that is good for our eyesight. But as I mentioned, there is no vitamin A in any plant. So what is in plants? That's an interesting question. In plants, there is a carotenoid called Beta-Carotene. Now, Beta-Carotene does convert into vitamin A, into retinol, which is good for the eyes. However, there is a distinct problem with this analogy that all Beta-Carotene turns into vitamin A, which is absolutely not true. In fact, from my research, the conversion from Beta-Carotene into vitamin A is around 0 to 22%. So that means, unless you get genetic testing done, and I'm not sure about what tests these are called, I might look into that into the future. Without testing, you don't know what your conversion is going to be. So if you have a 0 conversion from beta-carotene to vitamin A, you're not getting any vitamin A from carrots or sweet potato or anything else that has carotenoids in it. So what we are seeing is that the propaganda put out by the British government has persisted all throughout time up until now. I bet you can ask anybody in the street, do carrots have vitamin A in it? And the answer is, probably they think yes. The reality is no, there is no vitamin A, and you do not know what your conversion from beta-carotene to vitamin A is going to be. There is a couple of other molecules I want to talk about. One of them is called Zeaxanthin, the other one's called Lutein. Now these are carotenoids. The carotenoids are absorbed on the same receptor in the small intestine as beta-carotene. When these two molecules, lutein and zeaxanthin, are present with beta-carotene, the absorption rate of beta-carotene drops between 30 and 50%. That means if you think you have the highest level of conversion from beta-carotene to vitamin A of 22%, potentially you're only getting a third or half of that. So if you are at a lower level of beta-carotene conversion to vitamin A, it's very, very possible that the vitamin A is not going to be converted into what you need. What we are seeing here are a bunch of vegans and their delusional ideas that their eyesight has improved.
Who says vegans don't get enough vitamin A? And I agree. I totally agree.
Or changed for the better. Have a look at these people. Do they look healthy to you? Sunken eyes, dark circles. A change in eye colour has all been attributed to being a good thing on the vegan diet. So what is going on here? The loss of fat, orbital fat in the eyes, are creating this sunken look. So they're not able to have this saturated fat that the body so desperately needs. And the dark circles, I mean, that can't be healthy. Have you ever seen someone with dark circles under their eyes and thought, wow, that person must be healthy? No. People don't think that. But why do these vegans think that's the case? It's strange. Also, what we're seeing is vegans with their eye shade, the colour of their eyes changing. So why are they changing is something to do with a lack of vitamin A. Yes, indeed, there is a lack of vitamin A. So the iris has colour, and if it goes lighter, we've got a chemical called melanin, which is associated with the lightening of the eyes. Having melanin not in the necessary quantities. So why do vegans think that melanin and having a lighter shade of their colour of their eyes is a good thing? This just seems very silly to me. And with a little bit of research, you too can find out the melanin is very much essential for the eyes.
I have yellow skin, and that's a lot clearer to see now. And this also proves that this is not any lack of vitamins or melanin that is causing the eyes to change color. Today's topic is eyes changing color. I started detoxing around the age of 25. If I go raw, will I get blue eyes?
People have been asking me to share my story on how my eyes changed color when I went fully raw. And here I sit 8 years later. My eyes are almost a completely different color. They've actually changed to a hazel color. They're actually starting to turn blue.
Please guys, do your research on this. I was able to find out this information very easily, that the conversion factor from beta-carotene 0 to 22% and the contributing lutein and zeaxanthin diminishing that absorption by up to 30 to 50%. This can't be a good thing. So let's think about this. Let's think about why we're putting food into our mouth. It's a fuel. It's supposed to provide vitamins and minerals. Supplementation is not a means to improving your health. Eating the right food is simple.
I started eating some eggs and some butter every day. The first thing I noticed was that my eyesight improved, because about a year previously, I'd got my first pair of glasses. So my eyesight was starting to go. And within 3 weeks of eating butter and eggs, I threw my glasses away. I didn't need them anymore.
Now, let's look at some carnivores. How do their eyes look?
My eyesight has improved. Like I can see a smaller print now. I can read a smaller print.
I think somebody mentioned eyesight. My night vision. I can't believe my night vision has improved.
Closer, and that's just normal for our age group and yada yada, right? I'm like, okay, well, if I have cataracts, he goes, I don't want you to know it. Well, let's just take a look. So then he does, and he does his little, is this better, that better, this better, that better, go through the whole thing, and he sits back and says, well, that's impressive. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, your eyesight's improved. And I said, it's carnivore, doc.
His vision, his field acuity increased. Like the eye doctor couldn't even believe what he was seeing on his peripheral results, given the past results that he'd had. He's 20/20 now, and he was 20/40 before in the eye that was affected.
I think just also my eyesight, when I went to have my eyes tested not long after I started on the keto, and I've been back since the carnivore, and he was very surprised that my eyesight, not only had it changed, but it had improved a bit.
I have the insurance, so I might as well go in. Well, I went in there and both eyes improved 2 full diopters per eye. And I said to the woman, to the doctor, I said, have you ever seen anything like that? You know, somebody my age? And she said, I've been doing this for 25 years. I've never seen this type of improvement in someone your age. Usually it gets worse, you know, progressively worse.
Retinitis, degeneration of the retinal cells, lose peripheral vision, night vision, and in some cases central vision. I haven't been able to see the ground for so many years. So towards the end of January this year, I noticed that my vision had improved again.
So yeah, it really depends. I mean, when I fixed my diet, you know, my vision got better pretty quickly.
Well, let's face it, they look fine. They don't have sunken eyes. They don't have dark circles. I have not once seen a report or heard a report of a carnivore or even someone on the ketogenic diet saying that their eye colour has changed. Would it not be for the fact that putting the right nutrients into your body keeps eye health in a healthy state? Would it not be that eating the right food fuels the body and improves all your health? That makes sense. What doesn't make sense is having a diet destitute of vitamins and minerals that you need to supplement. Any diet that requires supplementation is obviously wrong. I'd love to hear your feedback on this. Is vitamin A something that you're concerned about? Because you should be. It's very important for eyesight. Meat has a lot of vitamin A in it. It's bioavailable. Liver is the highest nutrient-dense source of vitamins and minerals, and especially vitamin A. It is not required to have much liver or other organ meats. So what I do is have some liver and heart beef sausages made up for myself, and I have that maybe once a month. Just some sausages that are made up by my butcher on my behalf, and they're great. I do like them. Some people don't like liver, some people don't like heart, but when you put it in the context of a sausage, it's a lot more bearable. Hey, and if you want, you can wrap your sausage in bacon, or have it with some eggs, or have it with some other meat, or seafood, or whatever you want. As long as you're happy that you're getting a good amount of vitamin A in your diet. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I'd be very interested to hear what you say. Thank you.
Did you get that?
Yeah.